Hey friends, this is Josh Hayward and welcome to another edition of Beer with Brewpreneur. And I've got a special beer for you guys tonight, and I'm in a little bit different setting, but hey, it works. If you know anything about me, if you followed any of Live with Brewpreneur, you know one of my favorite things to do after a long week, after just putting up with a lot of junk and just dealing with work and all of the responsibilities, one of my absolute favorite things to do is sit outside by the fire. We obviously can't really do video recording outside by the fire, but I figured we'd do the next best thing, sitting by the fireplace. Granted, it is a gas fireplace, but hey, it works. But there is a method to all of this. The beer I'm taking a look at tonight is an incredible beer, actually Town Brewing Company's flagship beer, the Escape Plan American IPA. This one comes in at 6.6% ABV, and it is that, an escape plan. And back to what I was saying, sitting around the fire, just relaxing, taking it easy after a long day, long week. It's one of my favorite things to do. That's my escape plan. So I'm gonna enjoy a little escape plan by my escape plan, the fire. So let's see what we've got. Get a little pour here. A little bit about Town Brewing, sitting on the west side of Charlotte. I thought I was gonna balance that on my knee for the duration of the video, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. One, because I would probably drop it, and two, my wife would not be happy if I spilled that thing all over this rug. But Town Brewing is doing some amazing things. I'm starting to talk about Town Brewing, and I just got caught up in the aromas of this beer. Amazing. Doing amazing things kind of on the west side of Charlotte. Great location. They've got some great food there, nice fare, incredible brews, nice indoor space and outdoor space. Great for families too. We're just a really, really good location. As far as Charlotte craft beer goes, kind of a newcomer, but really setting a standard and doing some amazing things. Special thanks to my friend Rhett for providing this beer to me. But this is the Escape Plan, a beautiful golden beer there. Just a nice golden color, completely transparent. I can see through that thing as I move my hands. I can see all the way through it. Very clean, very crisp. As you would expect in some of the West Coast styles, you're not getting any haze here. We have already taken a look at the RP1, which is a hazy IPA. Very hazy on that. No haze in this whatsoever. Nice inch or so worth of white head on that beer pouring out of the crowler, which is kept very well, very, very fresh. And let's see what we've got on the nose. I'm just so excited about it. I'm ready to jump into it. Nice notes of a little bit of pininess. Also getting some citrus rind. I talk about citrus rind a lot. Again, if you haven't tried citrus rind, do that. It really, really helps the palate. I'm sure you've eaten oranges. I'm sure you've eaten lemons and grapefruits. But if you want to get a little hint or a little cheat into experiencing the flavors of hops, chew on some citrus rind. Eat a lemon rind, eat an orange rind, eat a grapefruit rind. Some of them don't taste that great, especially oranges. They're really, really oily. As a matter of fact, they make that cleaner from that stuff, that orange oil. But if you eat a lemon rind, grapefruit rind, you really your palate is able to kind of associate that. There's a little bit of citrusy oiliness in there and bitterness. And a lot of times that's what my mind goes to when I associate some of these hops. So it's nice for expanding the palate. Homework. Part of the escape plan. It didn't work. But yeah, back to what I was saying. A little bit of pininess there, and a little bit of citrus rind, mainly on the nose. A little bit of subtle sweetness there. And I say sweetness, you can't really smell sweetness, but getting some of those associations from some of the malt used in here, which I kind of feel I'm being set up for with this nice golden color. A little bit of pale malt used in here. Maybe a little bit darker malt there as well will attribute to some of that sweetness. So without further ado, cheers to the Escape Plan. Oh, wonderful. I'm going to commit a cardinal sin and say my first descriptor would be smooth. Again, the #1 used word on Untapped. This beer just dances on the palate. I get a nice sweetness from the malt there. Kind of hits me at the very beginning. Kind of lasts to mid-taste when those hops really come in, a nice bitterness. Again, subtle pininess, getting a little bit of pininess in there. Think pine needles, think you've ever almost get a little bit of Christmas tree-ishness in there. Not a ton. Some of the IPAs out there are Fire's enjoying this too. Some of the IPAs out there, you get a very almost evergreen forward type flavor, but a little bit of pininess in there. And I'm getting a lot of that grapefruit type flavor. And then a lot of that citrus rind type flavor. That bitterness goes really, really well with the malty sweetness here. Definitely a West Coast style IPA. Bitterness and hop forwardness is definitely on display, but it's not way over the top. It's not not one of those kick you in your teeth, resiny, over the top ones that you're just like, whoa, you know, I need to have a glass of water afterwards. But it's just a very, very nice, solid West Coast style IPA. I've said nice a couple of times, but that's a huge compliment. It's not like, oh, that's nice. This is solid, very, very good. I commend Town for this being the flagship beer, their flagship IPA, as I should say, because it's everything you could want in a West Coast style IPA. A nice subtle sweetness on the front end, and then very hop forward, and really showcasing that grapefruit type flavor, and then a little bit of pininess in there as well. But I love this beer. It's a great one. Hopefully when they start doing the cans, this will be one that is offered year round. Thanks very much. I got a little pro tip from my cameraman there, said, bring that glass down a little bit. So yeah, this is a great one. If you're ever in the Charlotte area, please check out Town Brewing. They are doing amazing things on the west side of Charlotte, as I mentioned earlier. Stop in there, get a nice flatbread, get a flight. I actually did that the other day. Went in, had a nice flight, got a variety of beers, doing some very, very good things there. And but yeah, incredible. A special thanks again to my buddy Rhett for providing this to me. Thanks for this escape plan. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. Hopefully you guys will have an amazing day, and cheers. Thanks for joining in.